Okay, so here's my Puyo versus Tetris match against Sirbutalot. So this is a commentated match. I'm trying something new here. So you can see me. I think there's an all clear coming, but no, there's no all clear. So I just try to build GTR, and you're gonna see how this goes in a second. So he quickly decides to overwhelm me with these back-to-backs. He's just going ham. He's just like trying to deny me the ability to build whatsoever. So you can see I'm trying to undo my garbage, and I have a pretty decent combination going on with that there. You can see I managed to like actually carve down for all that junk. So he's right now trying to wall me out, but what he doesn't realize is that I'm getting like a ton of same color pairs, so that's not gonna work all too well in his favor. Of course that chain cut, which it wasn't supposed to. If that chain hadn't cut, might have been the end for Sirbutalot over there, because I feel like a 5 chain would have bodied him in that very moment. Right now you can see he's burying me, and there's nothing I can do because I don't have enough space, and I didn't get the right pieces. So round 1, RNG pretty much bodied me. So you can see here, I am yet again going for the GTR, but this time I'm deciding, let me convert this GTR into something else, because I tried GTR the last time and it was a colossal failure, so I'm like, okay, let me try something different. But it's a little too late right now for me, because you can see I'm kind of already being buried by Sirbutalot. He's a very strong Tetris player, and he knows the Tetris versus Puyo matchup quite well, so if I mess up, it could be the end of me. Because this guy has actually faced off against Wombo before, so he doesn't fool around with this type of stuff. You can see round 2 is going a little better, because right now you can see right there, I've got a little foundation for a sandwich, as Sirbutalot is over there basically building his T-spin setups. Right now he's got a T-spin single setup, but he decides not to go for it. He's like, no, I'm gonna go all in, I'm gonna go for Tetris. And that's the best thing he could have done in that moment. So you can see right now he's still trying to go, but luckily I managed to clear the row above the X, so I'm okay. Right now I'm kind of struggling because I'm not getting pieces that allow me to make good chains. Right now even I'm sort of having trouble, but I managed to carve down. It's not anything glamorous, but I managed to do a carve down. See, right now I have no defensive opportunity to like nullify his moves, so right now I'm just trying to build up, sort of trying to build like a pseudo tail to keep me alive a little longer, to see if maybe I can build a knockout chain, but it's probably not going to happen, because when you look at this arrangement, you see Sirbutalot definitely has the advantage. He has way less damage than me, and right now I'm basically trying to down stack right now to prepare for something more. I could have wasted that yellow chain, but I decided not to, because I'm like, because if I tail, I could have died there, so I didn't want to risk the tail. Right now, I'm not clearing those reds because I'm sort of trying to like carve down a bit more as I'm doing damage and trying to find a setup that actually works and is less risky. So you can see right there, I got a free chain, and he's able to carve down though because he still has his Tetris well, and he's not getting like terribly serrated garbage or anything. Regardless, I still managed to take that round from him because I managed to pop off multiple free chains in a row, despite the trash that he was sending, so yeah, that's a win for me in round number 2. Right there, he seemed to like AFK for a little bit or something, probably to type in Discord. But as you can see, it's not gonna doom him straight up, because again, this guy's a really good player. He's faced off against Wombo. I'm trying my best as Puyo. I'm not gonna say Puyo is my superior mode, but it's definitely the mode where I feel like I have more freedom and versatility in my buildings, so despite me being better at Tetris, I am a lot more comfortable playing Puyo at higher levels. Because not only is it more fun, but it also allows me more opportunity for stuff like that, to carve down and all that. Because for me, it's much easier to carve down in Puyo than in Tetris. It's an unpopular opinion, but that's kind of how it goes for me. So you can see he's trying to wall me out, but I get greens, and now I'm able to carve down because I can just place those greens down there, get a simultaneous clear, and the tail kind of worked. Of course, there was no way to trigger the greens, but that's for the best, because you can see that structure again of down stacking, doing basically the vertical stack maneuver. And right now you can see I was gonna extend with that red, but I decided I have no viable way to extend that red. I did a Hellfire, and that is it for round 3. I take that round again. Because while I cannot build large chains fast, I know how to build around garbage, and I know how to build smaller chains. So that sort of helps me out in the Puyo versus Tetris matchup. Not so much in Puyo versus Puyo, but in Tetris versus Puyo, it's a very good skill to have. Like, it's almost a required skill. Like, if you can't build around garbage in Tetris versus Puyo, like, you're not going to be able to survive as a Puyo player. And you can see this in a lot of pro player matchups too. Like, for example, Doremi, Doremi can build large chains quick, but with Doremi versus Tetris, for example, when he's not able to, like, carve down quick, like when the RNG gives Doremi, like, the shit pieces, even he is not able to build. That's the limitation of Puyo. In Puyo, you are way more affected by RNG than Tetris, but you get more versatility, allowing for things like that. You see, if in Tetris I was sent garbage, I wouldn't have been able to have any defensive options. Meanwhile, in Puyo, I was able to have defensive options because I was able to carve down and retaliate. You can see I'm still able to retaliate because I sort of have groupings of freeze. And grouping and freeze is really important because even if you don't know exactly what you're doing, it means that some chains like that will sort of work even though they're complete freestyle and homebrew. So that's what I usually try to do. I usually try to build in freeze to completely nullify whatever garbage they're trying to send me. But unfortunately this time it didn't work because Sirbutalot was just too fast and I waited too long to retaliate. So that is GG for round 4 with Sirbutalot. And now we're approaching the final round, and you can see I've all but abandoned sandwich form, and I'm just trying to go for the quickest vertical stack possible, because that's the best way to win these matches. And you can see I got the purples down there because of the garbage, but now I'm unable to access the purples, but I'm still trying my hardest. And you can see I'm trying to stall because I need another green for that chain to work. Luckily, I do actually get the other green, but it doesn't work as intended, because more garbage got sent, and I misplaced a few there, so that chain didn't work. Right now you can see if I trigger those reds, I will stack those yellows. Unfortunately, I decided to remove those yellows because I was kind of a little too hasty there. Like, I wasn't waiting for the large chain. And right now I'm trying to go for another simultaneous clear setup, but unfortunately I'm buried yet again, so that's not going to happen. Right now, you can see I'm trying to also go for the free chain, but right now I'm not in a very good place because the gravity of these pieces is kind of messing me up right now. So, free chain, because, like, gravity is messing me up because, you know, when I get into these tense situations, sometimes I completely forget how gravity works. I almost never forget how garbage works, but how gravity works, yeah. And you can see right there I have a free chain set up, and I figured at that moment that it should be a 4 chain, and surprisingly, it actually was a 4 chain. And now, what I'm trying to do is I'm basically trying to stall for a good setup while triggering that tail structure. And you can see that I won because I had stacked it in just the right way on the side. I didn't just blindly throw them off to the side. I tried to group them in pairs, and the strategy actually worked. And I managed to take this win from Sirbutalot. So this was a very fun match and very intense for me. I very much like playing Tetris or Puyo against this guy way more than Tetris, because I just find Puyo versus Tetris to be a way more fun and intense matchup than Tetris versus Tetris. Because to be honest, I'm getting really bored of Tetris versus Tetris. Like, Tetris 99 is fine, but in this game, I don't like playing Tetris much anymore. It just isn't fun to me. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I tried commentating over a match. Let me know what I could improve on. This was completely blind. I had, like, no script or anything. I was just going off my recollection from the match and visuals. So thank you all for watching this video, and subscribe for more.